Well, looks like the capital punishment case against Mumia Abu-Jamal has finally come to an end. He will now serve a life in prison term instead. Prosecutors have called off their attempts of sentencing him to death after a 30-year high-profile battle surrounding his case. Abu-Jamal, a former journalist, was convicted of fatally shooting 25-year-old police officer Daniel Faulkner during a traffic stop in Philadelphia back in 1981. A year later, he was found guilty by a jury of his peers and then sentenced to death. And even though the now 58-year-old Abu-Jamal was originally set to get the death penalty, a federal appeals court ordered the new sentencing hearing just last year, based on evidence that the instructions given to the primarily white jury were potentially misleading. When the case reached the Supreme Court, the justices declined to weigh in on it, ultimately forcing prosecutors to decide if they wanted to pursue the death penalty again. After discussion with the district attorney, city police commissioner, and Faulkner's widow, they decided to cease their efforts against Abu-Jamal, saying while Abu-Jamal will no longer be facing the death penalty, he will remain behind bars for the rest of his life, and that's where he belongs. Now, this move marks the end of a 3-decade-long controversy surrounding the Black Panther sentencing. For years, the accused and his supporters have tried to draw attention to the biased justice system and the racism that existed during his own case. It's something that I've discussed with Georgetown University professor Christopher Chambers a little while ago.
There is evidence that the judge was a racist who said that he was going to, quote, help fry that N-word. He said that after the trial. So, I mean, could he be guilty and be the victim of a racist system? That happens all the time.
Now, in light of the attention given to other death penalty cases like Troy Davis, it's a welcome development to see prosecutors reconsidering their approach when seeking capital punishment charges. But while the death penalty might be off the table for Mumia, many groups such as Amnesty International continue to call for a new trial as the only way to properly carry out justice.